Welcome to Tucker Carlson Storytime. We hope you enjoy this story. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel to see the best and latest videos.
She said, "I found someone who actually excites me. This trip is over for us." We were still sharing the same hotel room. I didn't argue. Okay. I booked an earlier flight home alone. 2 nights later, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize, and the first sentence made me sit up straight. I'm 35, and I thought I had my life figured out. My girlfriend and I had been together for 4 years. We weren't married, but we talked about it. We lived together, split bills, had our routines. This vacation was supposed to be a reset after a rough few months where we'd both been working too much and barely connecting. We'd saved up for almost a year to afford this 10-day trip to a resort overseas. Day 3 is when everything fell apart. We'd just gotten back from the beach. I was sitting on the balcony with a beer, watching the sunset, when she came out and sat across from me. Her face was different. Cold. Like she'd made up her mind about something and was just waiting for the right moment to say it. "We need to talk," she said. I remember my stomach dropping. Those 4 words never lead anywhere good. "Okay," I said. "What's going on?" She didn't look at me, just stared out at the ocean. "I met someone yesterday, at the bar by the pool. We talked for hours while you were napping." I felt my throat tighten. "You met someone?" "Yeah." She finally looked at me. And I realized something. I haven't felt excited in years. Not with you, not about us, but talking to him. I felt something I forgot existed. I just sat there. I didn't yell, didn't throw anything. I think part of me saw it coming, honestly. We'd been going through the motions for months. "So what are you saying?" I asked. "I'm saying this trip is over for us. I'm not going home with you. I'm staying here. He's staying at the same resort. I want to see where this goes." I looked at her like she was a stranger, and in that moment, she was. "Okay," I said. She blinked. "That's it? Just okay?" "What do you want me to say? You've clearly made up your mind. I'm not going to beg." She looked almost disappointed, like she'd expected more of a fight. "We're still sharing this room for the next week," she said quietly. "Not anymore," I told her. "I'm booking an earlier flight. I'll be gone by tomorrow night." She didn't argue. Didn't apologize. Just nodded and went back inside. I sat out there for another 2 hours, drinking and staring at nothing. The resort music drifted up from below, some tropical playlist that suddenly felt mocking. Couples walked hand in hand on the beach. I wondered how many of them would make it, how many were already broken but didn't know it yet. Then I went inside, opened my laptop, and changed my flight to the next evening. It cost me an extra $300, but I didn't care. I wasn't going to spend another week watching her fall in love with someone else. The confirmation email felt like a divorce paper. The next day was the most awkward 24 hours of my life. She left early in the morning, didn't say where she was going. I knew where she was going. I packed my stuff slowly, folding each shirt like it mattered, because focusing on something simple kept me from losing it completely. I sat by the pool alone, ordered breakfast I couldn't eat, and tried to process what the hell had just happened. A couple next to me was arguing about sunscreen. I almost laughed. Some problems are so small. She came back late that afternoon, showered, changed into a dress I'd never seen before, and left again without a word. She smelled different. New perfume, probably. I didn't see her again before my shuttle came. I left the room key on the nightstand, with half the vacation money we'd budgeted. I'm not cruel. Just done. I flew home alone. Spent the entire flight replaying the last 4 years in my head, wondering where it all went wrong. The guy next to me kept trying to make small talk. I pretended to sleep. By the time I landed, I felt numb. I went back to our apartment, realized half her stuff was still there, and just collapsed on the couch. Her coffee mug was still in the sink from the morning we'd left. I stared at it for an hour. That's when my phone rang. 2 nights after I got home. It was almost midnight. I was halfway through a bottle of whiskey, sitting in the dark, watching nothing on TV. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. Hello? Is this you? A man's voice. Rough, angry, stressed. Who is this? I'm calling about your girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, whatever she is. My heart started pounding. The whiskey fog cleared instantly. What about her? She's at the hospital. She asked me to call you. I sat up straight, suddenly cold. What happened? Is she okay? She got into a fight with my wife. I froze. The room seemed to tilt. Your wife? Yeah, my wife. The woman I'm married to. The woman your girlfriend didn't know existed until 2 hours ago when my wife showed up at the resort and found us together. I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. Wait! You're the guy she... Yeah, I'm the guy. And I didn't tell her I was married because I'm a piece of shit, apparently. But that's not why I'm calling. I'm calling because after my wife hit her, your girlfriend completely lost it. Started screaming, throwing things, tried to attack my wife back. Security got involved. Police came. She's been detained. They're talking about pressing charges for assault and property damage. She gave them your number as an emergency contact. I couldn't breathe. My hands were shaking. Are you serious right now? Dead serious. Look, I don't know what you want to do, but she's asking for you, crying, hysterical. She doesn't have anyone else out here. Her credit cards are maxed. The hospital wants payment. The hotel wants her out. I hung up. I sat there in the dark for 10 minutes, staring at my phone like it was a bomb. The TV flickered. Somewhere outside, a car alarm went off. Normal life continuing while mine imploded. Then it rang again. Same number. Don't hang up, he said quickly. She really needs help. She's in a foreign country with no money left and possibly facing legal trouble. I can't help her. My wife is losing her mind. This is a disaster. Not my problem, I said. My voice sounded strange, calm, dead. She ended things. She chose you. She can figure it out. Man, I get it, but she's... I hung up again, blocked the number, poured another drink. Update 1, I didn't sleep that night. I kept thinking about her sitting in some hospital or police station, alone and scared. Part of me felt bad, the human part, the part that had loved her for 4 years. The other part felt like she'd made her bed, and now she could lie in it. That part was louder. Around 3 in the morning, I got a text from her number. It was long, rambling, no punctuation, apologizing over and over, begging me to help her, saying she'd made a horrible mistake, that she was scared and alone, that she had no one else, that I was the only person who'd ever really cared about her. I read it 3 times. Then I didn't respond. The next day, I called the resort, gave them my name and confirmation number, confirmed that she'd been involved in an incident. They were professional, but clearly uncomfortable. They told me she'd been released from police custody, but had to stay in the country for a few days while they sorted things out. Some kind of legal hold. I asked if she needed anything. They said she'd checked out and was staying in a cheaper hotel now, and seemed to be managing. I felt a sick sense of satisfaction. Then I felt guilty for feeling satisfied. Then I felt angry for feeling guilty. The cycle repeated all day. I called my best friend that evening and told him everything. He listened without interrupting, which is rare for him. When I finished, he laughed. Actually laughed. Dude, he said. She left you for a married guy she met at a pool bar and got into a fist fight with his wife. That's absolutely insane. That's like a bad movie plot. I know. And now she wants you to rescue her. Yeah. Are you going to? I thought about it. Really thought about it. Imagined flying back there, playing the hero, fixing everything. Imagined her gratitude, her promises, her tears. No, I said. I'm not. Good. Let her figure it out. She's an adult. She made adult choices. Now she gets adult consequences. But it wasn't that simple. Over the next few days, she kept texting, calling from different numbers I didn't recognize, leaving voicemails, each message more desperate than the last. She'd maxed out her credit card, paying hotel bills and hospital fees. She couldn't afford to change her flight. She needed money. Just $500. Just $300. Just anything. I ignored all of it. Deleted without listening after the first few. Then her mom called me. "Please," she said. Her voice was shaking. She'd always been kind to me. "I know what she did. She told me everything. I'm furious with her. But she's my daughter. She's stuck there. I can't afford to help her. I'm on a fixed income. Can you please just wire her enough to get home?" I told her mom I'd think about it. I didn't think about it. Then I blocked her number too. That one hurt. Her mom didn't deserve this, but I couldn't start opening doors. Update 2. A week went by. I started moving her stuff out of the apartment, packed it all into boxes methodically. Every item felt like evidence. Photos of us smiling, her favorite coffee mug, books she'd never finished, a sweater she'd stolen from me 2 years ago. I put it all in the storage unit we'd been renting, changed the locks, had a locksmith come out same day. I know that sounds cold, but I didn't want her coming back and acting like nothing had happened. Didn't want to come home and find her in our bed crying. Then I got a Facebook message from someone I didn't know. A woman. The profile picture showed a woman in her 40s, smiling, standing with 2 kids. She said she was the wife, the one who'd hit my ex. "I'm sorry for what happened," she wrote. "I didn't mean to drag you into this, but I thought you should know the truth about what kind of person she is, and what kind of person my husband is. We both deserve better." She sent me screenshots, messages between her husband and my ex, dozens of them. They'd been talking for weeks before the trip. Since before we'd even booked the vacation, he'd clearly lied about being single, told her he was a businessman traveling alone. She'd sent him photos, flirty messages, plans to meet up, fantasies about running away together. But there was more. Turns out my ex had told him we'd already broken up before the trip, that I was just a friend traveling with her because we couldn't get refunds, that she was completely available and couldn't wait to be with him, that I was controlling and she was finally escaping. I stared at those messages for a long time. My coffee went cold. The sun set outside my window. She'd lied to him, lied to me, probably lied to herself. This wasn't spontaneous. This was planned, calculated. I was supposed to be there as the safety net while she test drove her new life. I didn't respond to the wife, just closed the messages and sat there feeling numb. Then empty. Then, strangely, relieved. Because now I knew for sure. No doubts, no what-ifs. Just clarity. 2 days later, my ex finally made it home. I know because she showed up at the apartment, started banging on the door at 9 at night. I was watching a game, eating takeout, actually having a decent evening. "Let me in," she shouted. "We need to talk. Please. I know you're in there." I opened the door but kept the chain on. She looked terrible. Hair messy, dark circles under her eyes, clothes wrinkled. Part of me felt bad. The other part felt nothing. "Your stuff is in storage, Unit 212. I'll text you the code," I said calmly. "Are you serious right now? You can't just throw away 4 years." "I didn't throw away anything. You did. On day 3 of our vacation. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I was confused and stupid and I don't know what I was thinking." "And you lied. You told that guy we'd already broken up. You were planning this before we even got on the plane." Her face went pale, her mouth opened, closed. "Who told you that?" "Doesn't matter. It's true, isn't it?" She didn't answer. Just stood there with tears running down her face, mascara streaking. She looked young suddenly. Lost. But that wasn't my problem anymore. "We're done," I said. "Don't contact me again. I'm serious. I'll get a restraining order if I have to." "You don't mean that. You loved me." "I did love you. Past tense. That person doesn't exist anymore." I closed the door. She stood out there crying for another 10 minutes, pleading through the wood. Then she started yelling, calling me names, saying I was heartless, that I never really loved her, that I was probably relieved this happened. The neighbors probably heard everything. I didn't care. Finally, she left. Update 3. That was 3 months ago. I haven't heard from her since that night. Mutual friends tell me she moved back in with her parents 2 states away. Lost her job because she'd taken unauthorized time off to extend her trip and then couldn't return on time due to the legal issues. She'd called in sick, then just stopped answering when they tried to reach her. Last I heard, she was working retail part-time and still paying off the credit card debt from the vacation. The legal stuff got dropped eventually. The wife decided not to press charges. Small mercies. The married guy? His wife divorced him within 2 months. Apparently my ex wasn't his first affair, not even his second. The wife messaged me one more time about a month after everything to say thank you for not causing more drama and wished me well. She seemed like a good person. I hope she's doing okay. We both got played by people we trusted. As for me, I'm doing okay. Better than okay, actually. I got a promotion at work last month. My boss said I seemed more focused, more driven. Funny how betrayal can fuel ambition. I started going to the gym regularly, actually enjoying it. Picked up a couple hobbies I'd abandoned years ago. Guitar, photography, things I'd stopped doing because she found them boring. I started seeing someone new about 6 weeks ago. Nothing serious yet, but it's nice. She's kind, honest, direct. We met at a coffee shop. She spilled her drink on my laptop, apologized profusely, offered to buy me a new one. I said it was fine. It was old anyway. We laughed. She asked if she could buy me dinner instead to make up for it. I said yes. The complete opposite of my ex in every way that matters. I still think about that night on the balcony sometimes, the way my ex looked at me when I just said, okay. I think she expected me to fight for her, to make some grand gesture, to beg and plead and prove I cared, to show her she mattered enough to hurt over. But here's what I learned. You can't make someone want to stay, and you shouldn't have to. The right person won't need to go looking for excitement with strangers at pool bars. They'll find it with you, in the quiet moments, in the everyday life you build together, in the morning coffee routine, in the way they laugh at your stupid jokes, in the comfort of knowing someone chose you and keeps choosing you. My ex texted me last week, just 2 words, I'm sorry. I didn't respond. There's nothing left to say. Sorry doesn't fix betrayal. Sorry doesn't undo lies. Sorry doesn't give me back the time I wasted or the future I'd imagined. Some people come into your life to teach you what you don't want. She taught me that. And honestly, I'm grateful. Because now I know exactly what I'm looking for. And it's not her. It's not someone who sees me as an option, as a backup plan, as the safe choice, while they explore more exciting possibilities. Final update. It's been 6 months now since everything happened. I'm writing this because a few people reached out after my last post asking how things turned out. Strangers who'd followed my story. It's weird to think other people care about my mess. The woman I mentioned I was seeing? We're still together. It's been 4 months now. Her name, well, that doesn't matter for this. But she's real. We just booked a vacation together, actually. Different resort, different country, different everything. And this time, I'm not worried about anything going wrong, because I'm with someone who actually wants to be with me, who tells me when she's unhappy instead of finding someone new behind my back, who thinks building something real is more exciting than chasing fantasy. My ex tried to reach out one more time about 2 months ago. She sent a long email explaining everything from her perspective. How she'd been feeling unfulfilled for over a year. How she'd made terrible choices. How she wished she could take it all back. How therapy was helping her understand why she sabotaged good things. How she'd grown. How she knew I probably hated her, but she hoped someday I could forgive her. She asked if we could meet for coffee and talk. Just talk. She wanted closure. I read it twice, sat with it for a day. Then I deleted it. Some people deserve second chances. Some people deserve closure. But sometimes, the best thing you can do for yourself is just move forward without looking back. Her closure isn't my responsibility. Her healing isn't my job. I spent 4 years trying to make her happy. That's over now. I don't hate her. I don't wish bad things for her. I hope she gets help. I hope she figures out whatever she needs to figure out. I just don't think about her anymore. And that, more than anything, tells me I made the right choice that night when I said okay and walked away. Life's too short to spend it with someone who sees you as a backup plan, as the person they settle for when their exciting option doesn't work out. I deserve more than that. We all do. I'm happier now than I've been in years. My apartment is mine. My life is mine. My future is mine. And I'm building it with someone who chose me first, not second. Not as a safety net. First. That's the ending I needed. Not the one I planned, but the one I deserved. Sometimes the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's just living well, moving on, being genuinely happy, letting go completely and finding something better. I found something better.